Lumos. Revelio.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor.
Oh.
I have news.
هلا
The goblins are looking for something.
نبدأ
Another
بروح
repository. They've
Okay.
built drills to help with their search.
Most
One shot.
troubling.
Are these repositories
يا
like
رب
the
ما ادري
broken
قاعد طلع
container I found at Rookwood Castle?
قرب يطلع
They are. I fear we have no time to lose.
اها
Have a look at the map.
ادري ايش رد الكلب
Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
You can't imagine.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win
And
over
identify her.
almost anyone. I want to hear more of this.
Uh-huh.
And in fact, I'd like
طلع
to
لي
speak with
identify
Lodgok
her.
directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
خلها معك تفهم بعدين
It's
شو
in the
فيه.
headmaster's office.
Incredible.
خليها
All right.
أكيد ما هي
You'll need the password to get past the stone
identify
gargoyle.
ما
The
أدري.
headmaster's
والله
house elf
identify.
will know it.
I've actually met
والله حرام
Scrope,
الأشياء اللي قاعد
but
تكسرها.
I'm not sure he'll tell me.
هذا
He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does?
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
شو نستخدم بوشنات؟
How do you feel?
هلا قالوا
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
يلا.
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
اصبرون.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only... you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
What could the headmaster want?
I wonder almost daily why I...
Headmaster? Here, what could he want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's. I haven't...
Something is very wrong.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kagawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
اسمع اقدر اعدل في تحكم الرد.
تحكم الرد؟
اعدل في تحكم الرد.
أي رد؟
اصلا اطير فيها.
ما ادري.
التحكم شوي معوق.
Miss Broom, a
Yeah.
word.
الانسان ما يستحمل.
Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
When I witness what passes for magic in these halls,
Professor, I need to speak to you. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
Ah, well, yes. He's handling some official ministry business for me.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that one.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you. Ahem! The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
What are you up to now?
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. Toujours pure.
Toujours pure.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto.
Revelio. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
What can I expect to find in the book?
A story. I cannot say more. You may recognize some elements of it, as I was inspired by a tale with which many wizarding children are familiar.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? That must be the pedestal. Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem. You must move swiftly and cautiously. Use the tools you encounter to find me. The first you will need is a cloak.
Deathly Hallows?
In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
For now, I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right. I see. A staircase straight ahead. Death.
How could this happen?
Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I drop that. I'd best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Fuck.
This is my chance. I'm coming, Neve. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can. That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them. Nothing this way. No danger. There must be another way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. Close. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Now's my chance. That's the way forward. Can this be?
Yep.
I think I'm invisible.
بس فيها رز.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them. This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Damn.
I've never felt such power.
Defender, Bombada.
This must be for me.
You are far from finished. Pass through the mourners ahead. Nothing is what it seems.
She's gone. Neve's dead.
Dear sweet Neve. Dead.
Neve! Why? May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self. But there's no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong hands,
You saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Oh, okay.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it.
How? I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, She said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
الأشياء اللي أنا حرقتها أقدر أستخدمها؟ الأشياء اللي أنا مكسرها أقدر أستخدمها؟ شي طلع منها موارد؟
لا يمديك يعني، لا إذا يمديك تلبسها بس إنه يكون عندك كشكل appearance يمديك تغير، فهمت؟
ما أدري إني تقول get resources from banishing things. أتوقع تقصد السبل.
لا تقصد الفرنتشر، الأثاث.
إيه اللي في بالك. يلا ده من ناحية. شوف الغرفة حلوة زين، بس غرفة مونستر واحدة. تبي الصدق يعني. الغرفة اللي يعطونك إياها حلوة، بس غرفة مونستر واحدة.
نشوف.
ما غرفة مونستر اللي يعطونك إياها شي راقية بزيادة. تبيها راقية بزيادة، ولا تبيها غبية بزيادة، ولا تبيها رومانسية بزيادة، ولا تبيها انمية بزيادة؟ كل شيء موجود. اسمع. تبي صورة قط الضحك؟
ايوه
تعال خلاص نسته. اسوي لك مرة تشوف اضحك. اي والله شيء.
يقولوا هاش تبي.
في صورة نفسها، صورتين نفسها غبية بس حلوة. ايه هذا الكلب حلو، القط مصدوم.
شكلك تجمع رياكشنات انت حقت حيوانات
يعني شوي بين فترة وفترة. ترى ما استخدم ملصقات، لا انا استخدم صور. اوكي الحين عندي الغرفة هذه، شو اسوي فيها؟ putting a table. حط طاولة. من أطلع لكم طاولة. ابغى اطلع لهم طاولة. منين احط لهم طاولة؟ منين اجيب لهم طاولة؟
This place has seen better days.
ساحر انا اطلع لك الطاولة.
Thank you for making me up for a bit of dying, are we?
لازم نسوي. اوكي. متى طلعتها؟ اوكي لازم اطلع طاولة.
Nothing pleasant about this coast.
زين خلونا نشوف شكلها على الأقل.
I received your owl.
Thank you. I'm glad you came. I spotted droves of Ranrock's loyalists coming up from the coast. Overheard one of them say they're headed to another cavern, like the one we found. How are they still one step ahead of us? They can't know about the triptych.
I don't know. I did see another memory. This time it was a keeper named Neve Fitzgerald. She was unnerved by Isadora's use of ancient magic. But I still can't be sure how any of it connects to Ranrock.
These keepers are playing games with you. You need to press them for more information.
It doesn't work like that. To access each of these memories, I have to complete a trial. It's not as easy as you think. They're showing me the memories in a particular order.
Either they don't trust you, or you don't care enough about Anne to ask the difficult questions.
I do care about Anne, but I'm tired of explaining myself. Perhaps we should part ways.
That's not what I meant. We're just not getting answers. I need answers. For Anne.
I know. Now, shall we see why the triptych led us here?
Let's go, quickly, before we're spotted. Keep a close eye out. I saw some of Ranrock's crew moving off the path just ahead.
I wonder why.
Raiding, I imagine. This mountain used to safeguard local hamlet valuables.
Fucking already
But
عندي.
it's been abandoned ever since Ranrock took hold of the coast.
حق الحيوانات. Found in chest.
You are.
لحظة.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work.
ايش تقول؟
أعطيت تعليق بس بسيط. الحين الحين في الغرفة زين.
Kestrels overhead.
ليش جي في أشياء أنا
Some consider them a bad.
لازم أطلعها من صناديق؟
Not everyone does.
كيف
I
يعني؟
know that.
All right.
I'm making
أشياء
small talk.
ما أدري بلو برونز تقدر تقول.
مو مفتاحة عندك؟
يس.
في بعضها لازم تفتح، في بعضها لازم تشتريها. تشتريها من هوجزميد، تلقاها في محل اسمه تومز اند سكرولز كذا يبيعها.
تومز اند سكرولز. أنا أبى أفتح غرفة الحيوانات.
ذي لازم تختم وتوصل كذا عشان تفتحها. بعدين
يعني
تفتح.
بجي مع القصة.
يب.
اوكي زين الحمد لله. اسمع. سؤال غريب.
ايوه.
شنو الشخصية اللي انت شفتها قومت عليها؟
لا تقول لي خاق على مسكارلك.
ها؟
لا تقول لي خاق على بروفيسور جارلك.
ليش افتش على ثومة؟
في استاذ اسمها كذا.
اعسلك انت انا خبر انت قلته بس انه ما اتذكر.
ما قلته.
ما ادري انت شنو قلت شخصية ولا تعجبك اللي شفته؟
ما اتذكر اني قلت شيء زي كذا اصلا.
بلى
والله ما اتذكر.
تذكر.
هذا انك تبدا اصبر الحين.
يلا سؤال. اي شخصية؟
Unfortunate disappointment. Not quite.
They got what they deserved.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking about dead goblins.
You could have got us killed.
But I didn't. Looks like Ranrock's loyalists were heading further up the path.
Let's keep going. Revelio.
Ramrock's gonna make everyone pay. Anything made from goblin silver belongs to us. Whether it's a sword or a repository, whatever that is.
Did you hear that, Goblin?
Ridiculous notions of ownership.
How nice of you to stop by. I will make you pay.
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. Revelio. Confringo. Lumos. Lumos.
ايش
Lumos.
اوكي
I agree. Only good wizards are dead. Ranrock's got that right, and I'll be most keen to help him achieve his goals in that regard.
ليش قاعد أعد؟ ها؟ أنا ذكر كنت أقول حق نفسي إنها آخر شيء بهتم فيه حق التعديل. كنت أقول هالشيء.
الحين أكثر شيء تستانس عليه.
مو أكثر شيء، لا أنا حاليا قاعد أعدل. على أمل إني بفتح حديقة الحيوانات هذه. تعرف ليش؟ أبغى أفتح أبي أركب جرفن.
Listen to me. I know you're angry and frustrated. But
يقول
charging
أموال
ahead now
قالي
could
ما
undo
اختصر
all
على
the
شيء.
progress we've made. Lord Gog said,
Oh, your goblin friend.
لا تحبطني.
Stop it. That's enough. Not all goblins are like Ranrock. I am not the enemy. We want the same thing. To find answers.
I thought we wanted the same thing.
We do. Listen to me.
عندك أنت مهمة ثانية؟
Lord Gok has insights into Ranrock that we don't. He told me that Ranrock somehow knows about the Keepers and is searching anywhere connected to each.
أنا أرد في مهمة.
That's why they always seem to be one step ahead. I know what I'm doing. You need to trust me, or I don't see that we can continue together.
Fine. Fine. I'm sorry. I'm letting my emotions get the better of me. And I have been for a while. I do trust you. And I don't think I can help Anne without you.
Good. Ranrock clearly knows more than we thought. We need to be careful and do this right, not just go charging in. We have our work cut out for us. We need to work together if we're going to find the final piece to the triptych.
Agreed.
Revelio.
ما أقصد الأرض. إيه.
Intrepid travelers, the both of you.
So far, so good.
Charming. Spiders. How fitting.
Confringo!